Chapter 1. The Beginning of the End. Usually, at this time of the hour, the road here gets really busy. I don't blame anyone. Everyone has something important to do or someplace important to be. As I heard the ambulance siren, I stepped back and did my usual prayers. Speaking of which, take this ambulance for instance. It's going somewhere important, and it being there at this moment could save a life. And as of me, crossing this road can set my life right. No, just crossing the road doesn't mean anything, but the reactions that are gonna take place after this action of mine are gonna result in the major change of my life. Even in that heavy vehicular moment and crazy crowd, I could spot Bhagi. That's a classic way of creeping Bhagyashree Bharadwaj. She was standing on the other side of the road, waiting to cross it, and she so to be the author of my so-called to be life story. It's funny to think how little things add up to one big reaction at the end. Me standing here was no mere coincidence. There were a million little reactions that led me to this very place where I'm standing right now. The place where I meant to be, the beginning of the end of this chapter of my life. Bhagi looked adorable as usual. She was not a regular type girl who preferred those long walks on the beaches. She was different in many ways than you could ever imagine. I could see her clearly from here. She was brushing off that curly hair covering her face. Actually, it's part curly. Maybe I should call it wavy. I really stopped appreciating how beautiful she looked. Look at her. Who in the right mind would not want a girl like her? I wish I could just stop all the vehicles for a minute so that I could just run to her. The traffic signals, which were supposed to send me straight to her, were stopping me back. They weren't doing it on purpose. I guess the heavy rains must have ripped something off. Seeing the lessening traffic, I decided to cross the road. Bhagi started crossing the road, looking at me. I guess she wasn't willing to wait either. We were supposed to meet on the footpath area in the middle of the road. She wore her regular patiala, her earrings pumped up her beauty, and that kajal on her eyes worked like drug on people. She gave me a gentle smile, flaunting her dimples while walking cautiously towards me. Who does that? She knows that I can't turn my eyes away from that. For the record, I'm crossing a road while the vehicles are moving. I got to concentrate on the road too, right? As I neared the footpath area, her smile grew bigger. So did the length taken by my feet to carry me forward. I jumped on the footpath while taking lengthy steps, and as the hedge was slippery, I kind of lost my balance and was about to fall back. The smile gave away from that face. She raced towards me. Just then I somehow managed to gain my balance and looked at her. Her face brightened up again. Seeing me staying firmly, and suddenly came a car. Out of nowhere, destroying the beautiful image I pictured for ourselves, taking her balance away, forcing its way onto her. Before I could realize what was happening, she was lying on the road with blood all over her face. I ran there and picked her up. The people over there helped me to get her to the hospital. While in the ambulance, I could hear her heartbeat racing and that struggling breath. "Don't close your eyes. Don't you dare fucking close your eyes," shouted I, slapping on her face. She turned towards me with a weak smile on her face, and in a breaking voice she said, "Mr. Sunil Jayant, I love you too." Saying that, she fell unconscious in my hands. I was traveling in the ambulance for the first time in my life, holding the love of my life lifeless lying on my hands. As the people were cooperative, hearing the siren sound, we were able to get to the hospital quickly. As soon as we got down, I started screaming at people to give way. Bhagi was on the stretcher. She was taken to the ICU. I was holding her hand, not willing to let go. She was unconscious the whole while. Doctor asked me to wait outside the ICU. I stood there lifeless, staring at the closed door, fighting with my worst thoughts. I was practically stuck in a loop where I was searching for all the possible outcomes which involves her being safe. I did not know what to do. I had to keep it together for her. I kept telling myself that she's gonna walk out of that road with a smiling face. I stood up as the door opened. A doctor walked out of the door screaming at the nurse to get something. I could sense the seriousness in the atmosphere. I will never be able to forgive myself if anything happens to her, cause I was responsible for all of this. This was supposed to be a perfect day. I could have done this a long time ago. But in all the scenarios where the guy does not get the girl glued me to that friendship chair and looked where it got to me. The doctor opened the door again to enter Operation Theatre. I saw her, and for a moment it felt like the world froze and everything started moving in a slow motion. She was lying there on the bed, motionless, with an oxygen mask on her face. The CPR being performed on her was showing effects on my heart. I wish things were different. I wish I could do something rather than sitting on this chair looking helplessly at the door. I was so mad myself for forcing things. Maybe none of this would have happened if I just proposed to her on the day we met.